Well, my overlays are just lazy. Can't be asked to change them, to be fair. Alright. Welcome, guys. We've got... Today, I'll be trying to coach some new players. Actually, let me record. Set the record here. Set the record button. Oh, so I'm recording now as well. So, trying to coach new players. First, we're going to have a first to 7. Thank you very much for following. Let me put that down a little bit. We're gonna have a first to 7, and I'm just going to do light commentary. We're gonna have some light commentary, and we're gonna do a post-game analysis. And I'm going to be focusing mostly on Chirino's side, because Chirino is more new than Okinime. Okinime has a big chance of just winning, just flattening the guy. That's fine. So it's easier to talk about the loser in most cases, and that's the person I want to focus on. I'll also, if there's any tips for Okinime, I'll be using the same footage, and if there's anything there. And if I don't get anything for Okinime, you can stream another time, and we'll play somebody like Okinime versus KevAB or Okinime versus Ridium. So, my mouse is not going. Oh, there it is. So, we're ready. There it is. They both have free bar to me, yeah. So if we have Angelia. Oh, I should probably tell her, try not to mess around. Try not to troll. Okay. try not to troll. Okay, Chirino playing Earth Ange. Earth Ange very standard. Something that you do expect from people who from people who are new, right? And we have Dark Kamui, another pretty standard. So we're going to be running standard archives. We haven't got anything like really gimmicky or anything like that. Which is fine. That's good. I like that. Remember, whatever makes you win. And at the end of the day, characters that are quite common, like character Arcana combinations, that are very common, also have a lot of resources. I like that start. He has the guts. I wonder how much this is lagging. The 5v clash. They're very patient. They're way more patient than I've ever seen people. I'm not sure if it's like nervousness, but come on, it's just netplay games, right? Oh, drop kick. He needs to cancel that for combo. Okay. I think there's a lot of like character knowledge gap. I think we need a tutorial for the Ange. I think at the moment the first thing I noticed is that Chirino has a very adverse use of bar. He's adverse to using bar, which I think is a bit weird as Ange, because Ange has very good usage for bar. Also, a combo drops aside and stuff. That's a fuck you. And he's forgetting to burst. Okay. Yeah, I think that there's a lot to work on. There's a lot to work on at the very beginning, but that's fine. This is what we're here for, right? So that's one to Okinime. This is kind of what you expect, right? Okinime's been playing for a few months. Chirino or Big Johnson. Man, like the Big Johnson has only been playing for about a week. A week tops. And honestly, for being someone who's playing play for a week tops, you know, he's got so for someone who's been playing for a week tops, you know, he's not doing too bad. you know, people who join this game from other games have lots of issues just generally playing the game. Like, even like kind of identifiable level, like it doesn't look like you're playing Arcana, and that's to do with the fact that Arcana doesn't tell you how to play. And like honestly, you just need someone to tell you, hey bro, this is what you need to do, and people make big strides. That cross looks really hard actually. If you do it too early, you actually stay on the same side. I need to ask. Shit. I need to ask him how's the leg. That should only be done here. It's only. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's been 2 games, and I know a lot that I can say that will increase the gameplay a lot. And it seems like I'm probably gonna talk about numbers, and before anything else, numbers and resource usage. Because the way like games work is that any meter you don't. Wow, you went around. If you play a game with like recharging bar, the mindset you wanna adopt is, if I spend it constantly, then I will always be recharging. Therefore, I'll always have the maximum usage of bar. But if I don't spend it, yeah, I will be able to use multiple pieces of bar in succession. And the thing is it's up to you where you want to go. But not using it at all, ever, is just a complete waste. So it depends on whether you want to. Oh boy, it depends on whether you want to keep constant advantage, or if you just want to like, you know, do nothing, right? Oh, God. Okay, you know what? 1-1. Yeah, you know what? We take those. We take those. Not bad, not bad. I can tell, like, Okinum is a little bit sus. You know what? I don't think Dark is for him. I don't feel like it. We also don't know anything about things like the connection quality, right? The connection quality can be bad, we would have no idea. Because someone can look incredibly bad because the network is bad, right? If the network is bad, even I look like I drop every single combo, and I look like I don't know how to play a game. So we don't really know what the network is like, but there are some things that is bad regardless of network, and it's mostly, honestly, meter usage and conversion to number. Getting hit into conversion of number is like a direct increase of gameplay effectiveness. Please combo off it now! Ow! He needs to at least end that combo in a 2C or in an air combo. If he's going for the 5C, he has to go down, so he needs to learn that combo. I'm pretty sure I have an Angelia basic combos vid somewhere, but we'll see. What? I'm unblockable that. Ooh. So it's important that people play people of similar level, that they're both new, because it means that they both get a chance to play, and then they both get a chance to show off what they're missing, right? If you play against a good player, there's a big chance that even if you play quite well, you would just look like you don't know what you're doing, and it's too hard to discern flaws that way. Because it's just like, oh, you got beat by a better player. Like, oh my god. Oh yeah, that's difficult. Come off that. Interesting. She can super, but it's not great. I actually like super, actually. If you play Earth, you can just do the big super punch and it's quite nice. Yeah, that's like the main thing you can do, right? You can like super if you are very unsure, but I think it's good to get into habits of doing like something better. At least if it hits, right? If it gets blocked, it can be a bit harder, but if it hits, man, you need to be able to get something good. Especially since you get the wall bounce. And one strong part, well, I say that, it extends a bit weird, but one strong part about Angela is being able to get a 2C knockdown from random hits. Also, for people watching, welcome to the stream. I think it's, oh, see? So like, he's using a lot of like Toxicate, which is perfectly fine, but he needs to be able to cancel it and get a basic combo to make it worth a threat. Like otherwise, it's just kind of rubbish. But the thing is that honestly, I need to check what his background is so I can explain something a bit different. Oh, he's gonna get 50-50. Yep. Up, super. That's not gonna kill. Yep. You know, TK. Oh, me. Very nice. He's just zoning him out. I mean, yeah, there's no point in going in for hard. Oh yes, I love the ignorance. Oh! He actually home and cancelled it. Well, easy tried it, but it's very difficult to do that. That combo is something even Ridian can't do, so I wouldn't recommend. Or if he can, he just doesn't. He just does gunshot, I'm pretty sure. And with Earth, what you do is you just do Earth Fist, Super Earth Fist. Lovely. Nice. Yeah, the less reliant he is on standing E, the better. Because standing E is terrible. It's not actually terrible, but it's not good enough. It's not good enough of a button to be using constantly. And if you want to play solid gameplay, you don't want to be using it. You can learn gimmicky gameplay after solid gameplay, because it means that you can play solidly and then pull out like a gimmick from your hat. But unfortunately, his hat has nothing in it. Yeah. What's a shame is, from what I'm seeing, Big Johnson would actually win nearly all of these rounds if any of his hits turned into the damage that it should have. And that's a problem that you get at newer levels a lot of the time, which is a shame. But you could also argue that Okinome is the kind of person to like need to do that as well. Like he needs to hit his combos. But we're trying not to talk too much about that because you drop your combos is a very obvious thing at the end of the day, right? Unless there is something that they're critically missing to make combos easier. But I'm pretty sure Churino just doesn't actually know the combos or hasn't really practiced them. And to be fair, there's only a certain amount of like practice you expect someone to do in a game like Arcana Heart, because this game is like niche as hell. I wouldn't expect somebody to just like in a week have the proper BNBs down and everything. He's gonna 50-50'd. It's all sorts of things, right? Like if you're better at defense, you get hit less. If you are better at offense, you'll make sure that every hit matters, and everything does compound together to make your end game performance, right? you know, someone who's very good, has very hard to hit defense, has very strong offense, never drops his combos, etc. You know what I mean? Oh boy. Well, at least he's using his bar now. I'm not, but that's a very sus use of bar. He can actually abare those slashes because he can just nice. But you know what? Take it. Screw it. Bam. Just do 5C. Just or your micro dash 5B. Ah, that's a shame. Yeah, I do agree. I do agree that Okinome will do a lot better once he actually gets some combos under his belt. Once he gets some combos under his belt, I'm pretty sure that this will look very different. But there's also the problem of like Okinime's offense is pretty bad as well, so that there's actually he's getting hits that he shouldn't be getting, and he's not confirming the hits that he shouldn't be getting. If that makes any sense. So if Okinome actually does one of those things right, which is either continuous combos properly, and run his Oki, or he plays the neutral game better, Chirano will get less hits, even if he could confirm them. So I think Okinime's offense is what's bad. And his poor offense is what's allowing him to get hit in random situations. So like, being too trigger happy about doing a barre is not a big problem in this game because ignorance is key. The problem is that it doesn't turn into anything. You're taking a big risk to do a barre, and you need to at least get something, right? And until he gets that sorted out, there's not a lot we can like say. That punish is very specific. That's not the fault of the player. That's a knowledge thing. So you just learn it. The kick's not that good. Huh? Oh, okay, safe. Safe? Yeah, I think the TK missed. He landed and did it again, which is quite nice. Can Johnson not do the fist on the left side? Huh? 2C? Yes, you understand that 5B is actually a very good anti-air as well, but I can see like people not being too... What is going on? Hello? Hello? Nice, alright. I'm not hit. The thing is that Angelia can't win in air to air directly because like buttons are not great in terms of like range. Her buttons are good for harassing people, and Chirano doesn't know how to get into position to also go for that kind of trade, which is you want to get above the opponent. Homing boost into JE because JE has a massive hitbox and it has long active, and because he doesn't use the JE in the neutral, he doesn't have a real good way to shut anyone down, especially if all you need is a single hit to win. So he kind of lost it at that point because his bars are just not as good. I mean, sorry, he could have won, but it's not looking great.
これは申し訳ないことをした。
Nice! Oh, a knockdown, yes! So yeah, for that one, you actually want to just 60. There's also, I don't know if you guys also noticed, but not only is he not jumping very often, he's also not doing the correct type of jump. A lot of the time you want to be super jumping, because super jumping is OP. So, you should be doing that. Takes him out the corner. Raw. Oh! No, you know what, yeah. I would have got hit by that. Oh, bruh. What's going on? That was a knowledge check as well. Knowledge checks suck in this game, man. I think the game needs less knowledge checks. I actually do absolutely hate them. Like, there's some shit in a tournament that you just need to be able to do. Like, you need to be able to get into, block Angelia's clock tower, for example. You need to know how to do that. In case you run to a tournament and someone starts like doing neutral clock tower and you die. Oh! Yeah, I'd burst that too, to be honest. Yeah, I think what he's noticed as well is that combo that he's trying to do is really unstable. The further away you are, the less likely that's actually ever going to hit. This is going as expected. Like I said, the gap in experience really makes things bad for you. And the problem is that at the end of the day, like, the knowledge gap is to be expected. This is the outcome that you expect, and the outcome that you also want, because it would be absolutely insane for Big Johnson to win. If Big Johnson wins, that means, man, well, someone played like ass. Considering the time, the difference in playtime. Obviously, there's diminishing returns. Like, if you play for 7 years versus someone who plays for 8 years, you know, there's no difference. But if you're talking about like 1 week to like 2 months, we got a big difference here. I'm not saying 2 months, but he hasn't been active for 2 months, but he's been around for quite a while. I don't think he blocked that on purpose, because I didn't. Just going to discredit him right there. Yep, that's fine. Yep. The 2C footsies though. I have never seen Earth get to 2 bars in round 1. That is... and Dark, jeez, boy. Someone, please, I beg, just get hit. Spin the bar. 1, 2. He tried something tricky, but Big Johnson's not going to get hit by anything cool. Just cross him up. Whoa, whoa. At least his homing cancel, yeah? Yeah, that is the one problem about the 2E, is it's hard to combo off. Unfortunately, people don't wake up at the same time, and people don't always choose the same wake up. So, oh, bro, that was actually tons of damage. He's got his burst back. Okay, GG's. Okay. That was actually 7. Alright, I'm just gonna quickly check that you can hear me, they can hear me. Also, can I stream my screen? Oh, I think they can. They can actually see my screen. Alright. So, alright, I'm just gonna quickly test a few things out. I think I could play better. You know what? Everyone's a bit inconsistent. It's okay. I have times where I feel like I could play better, but you know, it's not really the point. The point is we need to see if this tech works. Oh, so I'm recording now as well. Oh yes, so, it works. Trying to coach new players. First, we're going to have a first to 7. Thank you very much for following. So you can see our stream inside the stream. We're gonna have a first to 7, and I'm just going to do light commentary. We're ready. I should probably try not to troll. Okay, so I'm going to turn the sound off because the sound's kind of annoying actually. I don't like the sound of my own voice. So I was watching this, and guys, let's just try not to be too offended, right? I think I'll be focusing mostly on Big Johnson, and Okinime. I'll tell you a few things as well. But the first thing I want to talk about is actually this move here. I think you should be using this a lot more. I think it's easier to, at the beginning, to use this move and just direct it into the opponent every time. I saw you use it like once or twice, and that was all I saw. I didn't see it often enough. In terms of what happened here, you'll see something interesting here. In this game, the way neutral is played is generally the opponent, or someone gets above someone, right, and they fly in on them, like so, right. And I'm just gonna quickly check if this works. This height is higher. So, and he flies in. Now the problem is this flight angle, Okinime, doesn't get you a combo unless you spend bar. So if you take a look, what you did this. Because what happened was when someone's gonna start homing like this, right? The opponent is normally gonna jump, and if the opponent jumps and you try to chase them, you will get an unfavorable angle where it's difficult to actually get a combo if you hit them. So let's show it. Let's show it in time. Bam. You see how you took an upwards angle, and that upwards angle makes it hard for you to get any combos because you don't land. So what you have to do at this point is either one, you home and cancel to try and get a combo, and it's very awkward, or you just instantly tensor. And what I think you should do is always tensor, regardless of what happens, because if they block it, you get a tensor, and you don't get, and your opponent falls to the ground first because of the block stun, and you stay in the air. And if it hits them, it just knocks them down, right? So you should, if you go for an angle like this and you have to press jump C, just cancel the tensor straight away. Block or hit. And remember, tensor on block is not bad. So yeah, I'll do that. Ah man, even if it was unsafe, you could always home and cancel it. And this is even more unsafe because of the angle that you fall at, which is down here. You see this angle? And when you fall from this angle, if I blocked it and I guard cancelled it, I do this, and then you die. So I say I do this, but obviously Big Johnson isn't going to do that. So I want to talk about your jumps as well, guys. You're both using normal jump. Now, what game did you come from, Big Johnson? Was it Guilty Gear? Guilty Gear, right? And I think Okinima comes from Vamp Savior? Visa? I think Okinima is from Visa. But these games don't have big super jumps in general. Or rather, you don't use them. It's not a really big part of the gameplay. Especially Guilty Gear, since super jump, if I remember correctly, removes your normal jump. I think so. But it removes your double jump. In this game, you actually want to super jump most of the time. Because in this game, remember what I said about neutral, is that the height is power. Super jumping gives you height, it gives you DI, it lets you turn around if they get behind you, all sorts of benefits. Super jump where possible. In this game, you super jump 90% of the time and you normal jump 10% for niche situations. In every other fighting game, you super jump 10% of the time and 90% of the time is normal jumps. So, yeah, you get ready to super jump pretty much everything that you do. As soon as you land super jump, that's the thing I want you to practice, Big John. One of the things I want you to practice, and I'll be giving Big Johnson 3 goals, hopefully 3 if I can come up with 3, and 3 ways for you to practice it as well. Because there's no point me giving you, oh, you should improve your neutral without actually telling you something that could help. So I'll give you 3 points, and then after the 3 points, 3 ways to practice those points. So let's look. So again, and to be honest, what Okineme did is actually good versus most other players, because if they jump at that point, the JB gets blocked, and if they block the JB, you can jump cancel it for string. Let me check here. Look, see that? But oh well. One thing is that an Angelia player is one of the only characters that is going to sit there and press 5B, so they don't always jump. So what you did is quite risky. But I guess a lot of other players, it's not a bad choice, but it's still not great. Okay, another thing I want to talk as well, Big Johnson, is there's a lot of times where you have lots of resources and you don't use them. So for example, dropkick, after a certain point, it will wall slam them, and it'll be untackable all the way until they touch the wall, or at least until they touch the wall, or even after they touch the wall. It might not be untackable. You can combo from it on hit by spending your bar. Okay, like see that exact point? You can get a combo from that. And I know this because Regan has hit me for literally 60% over and over again with that dropkick. If you don't know how to do a basic combo, what you can do is you cancel it into super. And the super that you want to do is the Earth Fist, because the super Earth Fist, it does a fucking lot of damage. So yeah, that's something I would try. I'll upload this archive to the YouTube as well in case you want to watch it back. Yeah, alright, that poke isn't bad, to be fair. Okay, that's cool. Alright, so there's clashes, but clashes are not the biggest part of the game you need to learn right now because it's just generally difficult. So I would not talk about clashes for now. Clashes are really hard. Even people who are mid-high don't clash very well, or they don't play the game very well. Yeah, just practice your combos. But also try not to talk too much about you dropping combos because that's always like something you can practice in training mode, compared to you not attempting to hit the combo, which is different. Like you don't spend the bar, for example. That's a bit more of a problem. If you spend the bar and then use the burst, use the burst, use the burst. Let's see. Okanime says, if you see me do 5C in nothing on the left, I'm just trying to Irma, my grip fuck up, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, it happens. I sometimes can't do dragon punches to the left. Forget about burst. Man, I'm always. But you know what? I don't know how you guys forget about burst. Whenever I get hit, I want to burst straight away. My blood starts boiling. I'm like, oh, bro, this guy's so lucky I played Tier. If I didn't play Tier, super city right there. You know what I mean? Like, I just. I think I saw the combo that you tried to do. That combo is very difficult. It's the one where you do it mid screen. You home and cancel after them into JC 5C 2C. Very difficult. But I can do it in training. Yeah, that's the thing. The fact that you at least tried the combo is better. Wait. Sorry, my mom was there. So basically, there's times where you drop a combo. That means you just need to practice it more. But if you don't like spend the bar to do the combo, that means you drop the home and cancel one. That's a little bit harder. Like a little bit harder to justify. So you try the combo here and you get it. Right, cool, great. Also, why is it like? Whatever. Cool. See, for example, here, the fact that you don't home and cancel means you don't even try the combo. And I think you should always try to get a combo from this situation. And the reason is because you want the knockdown into the Oki. What's funny is that if he got hit, he would have actually gotten off the wall, land on the ground, and then punished you for it. If you don't cancel. Yeah, things like dropkick. If you hit dropkick, you want to home and cancel straight away. And the reason why you want to home and cancel is because even if it gets blocked, home and cancel was the choice. But if you're like uncomfortable with the home and cancel combos, right? Which some people can be, not everyone is good at that combo. In fact, I can't do it. I haven't tried it much, but I can tell you in a match I wouldn't be able to do it. You could always just do like drop kick into super. And the Earth Fist super. Get that input, get the input ready. See for like if you ever land a counter, right? If you land a counter, you need to be able to turn it into big damage so that the opponent's like, if I get hit by one of these counters, I'm gonna fucking die. But yeah, see, there's a lot of normal jumping, and I don't expect you to change because this game's in the past, right? But a lot of your neutral gameplay is lost because you don't super jump, getting the height that you need to win the neutral. See, you've had to double jump there into upwards homing, when really one super jump is nearly all the height. That's fine. Yep, that's fine. Okay, you gotta bar it out. One of the ways to do pressure in this game is actually to jump cancel most of your buttons, because if you jump cancel your buttons, like, you will, if they guard cancel, you will be safe. Like that. Why do you say a super jump is better than a double jump? Okay, so Big Johnson asks, why is a super jump better than a double jump? Okay, so first, it is not the same height. If you're wondering if it was the same height, super jump jumps almost double the height on most characters, but it depends on the character. And height is power. Literally every time you lose neutral is because somebody got above you, press the big button. And in particular, they had to get above you to press the big button. If you get above them, they have to go upwards with a big button, and that's really dangerous. And not a lot of characters have good buttons on the way up, other than Lilica. That's why Lilica is a scum. Because it's not the same height, that's why you normally do it. You also get to DI, which lets you drift left and right. And you also get to turn around if they get behind you. which is also quite useful. If you watch like high-level gameplay, you notice that a lot of it is done like kind of feeling each other out with super jumps. And you see how like a lot of the stuff is won purely off of height. In fact, let's check it the next time, right? Because I've told this concept to Okineme before. I think this might be the round that you win actually. I don't think he leaves the corner. See, you see how he super jumps? Double jump? Bruh! Okineme! That was the freest entry. Whatever. What hurts me is you jumped twice. you jumped, landed, jumped again, and then still didn't go in. I was like, you know what? You should have just lost, innit? just lose. That's your fault. Oh jeez. Height advantage is something that's like quite difficult to explain. I think it's not worth explaining it at this point in the game. I would prefer to talk about. Oh, let me change this video. Wait. I would rather talk about the top left. I'd rather talk about like a basic way for you to play rather than just like, yeah, man, guys, just do your height advantage properly. So basically, the way you play this game in general is you get above the opponent, you're homing down very quickly, or you're homing at them very quickly downwards, and it has to be like that right? This exact motion. Why can't I get? Okay, this is how you play the game in general, and this is especially it's hard with Okineme because he will do it and you won't instantly lose. Play against me or Ridium, and if we get into that position, you lose the game, or at least you lose your neutral. See that? Super jump, double jump. At the round starts, so no one's able to press buttons yet. Fight, homing, there, bam. That is the essence. I can explain to you why, but just know it's a bit long. But honestly, this is the essence of neutral. The aim is to do this. So this, and you know what? He even goes for the best angle. He does this. That is actually the best angle because that's the size of her JC. Might be a bit smaller than that actually. It's like this. Right? This is the exact angle he takes. See? Fantastic. So if you want to do that with Angelia, you have a few problems. One, she doesn't have any good buttons to do that with except for jump E, and jump E knocks down. However, that is good enough because it knocks down. So what I want you to practice that as well. So I'll summarize at the end. We're going to talk about your meter usage so that your combos from certain stuff. I want to talk about your general neutral, and I'm going to find out what else you need. And you need to super jump a lot. But super jump a lot is just like, oh, just super jump a lot. Nothing you're really going to be able to practice, you know what I mean? See that? This into super punch deals 50%. I also want you to like home and cancel those. Guys, is the chat working by the way? Can you guys in the stream who are currently watching, can you guys see anything or hear anything? You want to home and cancel those? Hmm? This is very risky, but to be honest, I respect it. Because he can just dash up 5B, right? And it will work at that exact... If you don't go fast, that's what happens. You get anti-aired. The problem is that in this game, anti-airs are bad, right? But they're only bad because the movement is good. So if you can't do the movement, anti-airs become good. So, oh, that's grim. because the thing is about like other games, right? In literally every other game, except for like No Blood, there might be some other niche cases as well. Most anti-airs are very good. They yeah, like, anti-airs are fantastic in like every other game. Anti-airs in this game are shit, but because like anti-airs are bad, that means jumping is better, and then homing is better too. It's like, woof. To be fair, Angelia has a good anti-air too. But the reason why I'm saying this is because not because I want you to anti-air more as Angelia. It is one thing, but it's not really that important, right? Not yet. What I want you to do is I want you to abuse the fact that opponent doesn't have a good anti-air. You have 3 bars. How do you even do this with Earth? That's very difficult. I also want to ask, like, are you sure? Are you set on Earth? Like, are you 100% sure that you just want to play Earth and you don't want to play any other Arcana? Are you open? Earth is a good choice, by the way. You're open. Okay. I think what you want to ask yourself if you're open is, did you? I was gonna say, do you feel like you need to do anything? If you need any more tools that Earth doesn't give you, but at the same time, you might be too new to have a good answer for that. So I guess we'll wait. It's one of those things where like the better you get and the more crispy you play, the more you can be like, oh, I really wish I had X, right? I really wish I had a Dragon Punch. I mean, geez, everyone wants a Dragon Punch, right? You don't want a Dragon Punches. All right, so I want you to. That's the one thing I want you to confirm. I want you to practice combos from random specials because the thing about Angelia is Angelia does not hit people with just buttons. She very rarely actually hits people with just buttons by itself. She actually hits people from stray specials. Things like Totsuge, things like Dropkick, things like counter. I also want you to practice neutral. And your defense is not bad, but that's because Angelia's a fucking piece of shit. But I think those two are the most important things. You will get the most benefit if everything you did just turned into the correct amount of damage. And I want you to use Totsu a lot more. I want you to use your height a lot more. I want you to play a control style because the control style is very good. It's very good and it's very easy. You don't need to do anything technical. I want you to practice your combos properly. Your pressure is not bad, but at the same time, it's like your pressure is failing because it's like it's not great, but your pressure is good enough at the level you're trying to fight at. You know what I mean? Like making good pressure is way harder than just like making sure you get combos off Totsuge. For Okinime, I don't think Dark's for you, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Honestly, I think like your neutral and stuff is really nice. Well, not nice. It's definitely better. It's like you're more neutral and like pressure style. I think you should pick something to make that pressure go one step further. I think you should play wind. Or tear. Tear's good. Tear's good too. I think you should play wind. Wind? No. No, it's not for the eclipse. Wind is for everything. it's for everything. You want the free jumps for your neutral. You want the free jumps for your confirms to do more damage. You want the boomerangs to control more neutral. You get the pit oki. You get the push block, which is easier to use. All sorts. Free jumps is hot. You especially in this game where height is power, right? If height is power, you want free jumps. Like that's what you want. And the wind pit, nice, nice. Okay, I think we've seen enough. I'm, we've seen enough, and I'm just going to just quickly open up some. One of this might have Let me just open up a new canvas so I don't get in trouble. Okay, so this is what I want you to work on, guys. So, and I'm gonna show you also how to like action it as well in training mode. So first, let's go with Big Johnson. That's not how you spell Johnson, but oh well, whatever. And okay, let me get in a better position to like actually write as well. Actually, let me get comfortable. Okay, so this is what I want you guys to try. So for Big Johnson, I want you to work on conversions from random specials. This is important. And it doesn't even have to be a good confirm. It just needs to be one that works. Because you don't need to have the best confirm. You can just get 9k and like slam into the wall or whatever. Okay? I want you to work on neutral. I want you to learn neutral control. And I'll explain these after. I want you to do neutral control. Obviously, I want you to do your combos better, but that's for everyone. Everyone can do their combos better, right? They can always do that. There was something else that I wanted to say. Work on super jumping. Super jump more. Very important because these two go in hand in hand. For Okineme, I would say, it's also super jump. But Okineme needs this significantly less. Okay. I'd say, work on spending bar for stabilizing combos. I'll explain that after. Try another Arcana because Dark is a bit sus. Or okay, so let's work on Big Johnsons first. Okay, so what would you do for working for working on conversions from random specials, right? What you should do is set the bot to jumping. So you use jumping, or wait, no, super jumping. So use a super jump dummy. Hit random hits into any combo. It can be any. Like you hit them once into a Earth Fist, fuck it, do that. Do anything you can. Spend as much bar you need as you need. Actually, sorry. Spend 1 bar. Always. Like, if you need to spend 1 bar, spend 1 bar. If you don't need to spend a bar, figure out if you don't need to spend a bar. But turn any hit you do into a combo. And for neutral control, what I want you to do is super. So this is point 1. For point 2, I want you to super jump homing boost JE or jumping E, depending on what language you're speaking. This is broken, honestly. This is so stupid. You have to do this with Ange. This is really stupid. Please do this, right? And also, super jump more basically means doing this too. So that's what I want you to do. Those are the two. Those are the way. That's the way you practice it. You set a super jumping dummy, and you just practice either random hits into any combo. So you do like Totsuge into combo, or you do super jump homing boost. Random tips as well. I would also try to use Earth Super, Earth Fist Super, because it's easy. So if you hit a counter, Earth is super. If you hit Totsuge, Earth is super. If you hit dropkick, Earth is super. Just do that. It does knock down. No, the fist, the one that's like, brr, you know that. But the super one is like, brr. It's like this. I don't know how I'd explain it, but it's like, I think it's forward, half circle forward. Can I just turn my game on? I've only got my Xbox pad connected, but you know, oh man. If I can turn my game on. It's not working. Oh, so while that's loading, okay, the reason why it's good is because even if it knocks down, the hitbox is humongous. It's like, if you play King of Fighters, right? Jump CD, you can't get a combo off. But it's good, but the purpose that you use it for is to tell people to shut up and just sit down. And when your opponent sits down, you drop kick them. Easy as that. Easy game plan. Easy life. Oh, okay. So I'll show you right now. I don't know if you guys can see the screen. Hey. Get that. The reason why it's good is because the reason why using jump E is good is because Ange has bad air normals. Other than that button, so it's very good. Let me just check my buttons alright as well. Control the same. Let me just set default for a bit. That's good enough. Right. This is the jump E, yeah? You want that. Look how much blocks on it has. Okay, so you want a super jump, double jump. See how look how much blocks that has. He just reaches the ground. You get air unblockable setups. Now, that's really the next level, but that's all you need to know for now. Look how much blocks that it has. It's also jump cancelable. So it's like, I mean, also I think my reset button has been set to A. Yeah, that's a yikes. Let me okay. So like, look how much blocks on it has. They just fall to the floor. That's what I want you to do for your neutral. Super jump and just fast homing into them. Look at that. Look how good that is, okay? And in terms of random hits, what I want you to do is set them to high jump, no guard. Just do that. Whatever. You know what I mean? Bam! Cool. You know what I mean? Something simple like that, you know? Like, boom! just do that, whatever. Who cares? It does damage. Even if you do like, what's it called? What's it? Convert and just do some damage. You'll get better combos later, right? Boom! Actually, wait, what was it? Bang! Look, 9,300 in it. So get that mid screen in it. I mean, in the corner, you know your corner combo, right? But mid screen, just do something simple, man. Like, whoops. Haha, I'm retarded. Bang! And look, and you see how like you recover so fast, you can chase after them. Given the JE after, hell yeah. Beam into Super Fist doesn't work because it's a projectile. Yeah, it doesn't work. It can't be cancelled. Normally you have to do like a physical hit kind of super for that to work. Yeah. So that's what I want you to do. Those are the two things you need to do. Set a super jumping dummy and yeah. Practice random hits, like drop kick, counter, basically hit whatever into Super Fist. For Kamui, Kamui's a bit hard. Basically the same thing, super jump. I also want you to try different Arcanas because different Arcanas are good. Also, working on spending a bar for stability. Right. Since we're interested in playing some wind, I'll show you some wind stuff. See that? This, I think it's you can try stuff like that, right? So, because the angle, remember the angle I showed you before, which was this that you did. You can home and cancel for combo. It's very fucking weird, but you know. Okay. Or you just go. I wonder if this works. No, it doesn't. Just do that. Whatever. 2-4 wind stuff. To be honest, you could use it in air block string. So, for example, if I, what Okinime asks is how to use 2-4 wind stuff. This, honestly, you just do like boop, bam, like that, and it's really oppressive. There it is. It's neutral. Yeah. If you're gonna play neutral, if you play wind, you get your free jumps, you get your triple jumps for combos. Like, look how much damage it converts air hits into. Meterless 8.4 versus 7.4. You get an extra 1k. And extra 1k also builds more bar. Remember that. I wonder if I can do that actually. See what I mean? That's a ton of damage, dude. Learn that. Also, that works as well. Very easy combo. I'll say that and I drop it 2 times in a row, but hey. You get the idea. You just fast forward. You get free real estate. Alright, well, you figure it out. Also, there's also the idea that wind boomerang fast forward is really good at neutral. Anyways, guys, that was the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. People who are watching. And people who are learning, the guys Okinime and Big Johnson. I hope to see you in whenever you're free. Just play some games, enjoy, have fun. Make sure you guys. I'll be uploading this online in case you forget, because it's easy to forget. And I'll do a summary one more time. For Big Johnson, I want you to work on conversions from random air specials. Okay, and ground specials too, so drop kick. I want you to do more neutral control and super jump more. And to do conventional random specials, set a dummy to super jump and just do any hits into anything. And just do Earth Fist super if you have to. That's good. And for your neutral control, super jump, homing boost JE. And remember, the reason why you need a super jump is to get above the opponent. You need to get above them. And for Okinime, you're the winner. So unfortunately, it's a lot harder to say talk about your flaws. But honestly, I would definitely spend more bar in stabilizer combos. I would also check the angle that you're going for when you're attacking. And sometimes, if you're gonna hit a JC, just go straight into Tensor. And try another Arcana because I feel like Dark doesn't match you very well. So yeah, for people who are watching on stream, hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want me to try and run something like this with you guys if you like it. It's a bit of a test run. And for people who are in Europe, I hope you guys can beat Ridian soon. Because damn, I want that guy to lose at some point. Same for beating Kev and stuff as well. All right, I'll end the stream now. Thanks for watching.